And welcome back to Bulldog Blitz. Well, we burned out all the plutonium or whatever gas the VW Beetle uses. So we're back in the present. We're going to go back last night and take a look at the big win at Hinds in Raymond. And Coach, the way the guys came out in this game, it really looked like everybody was focused on business, and they took care of business early.
I think so. I had a real good week of preparation, and the guys were focused before the game and really wanted to come out and set a tempo early on both sides of the football and on special teams, and we were able to do that.
Yeah, the defense set the tone. Damian Jackson, his sixth interception of the year. That led to a Vic Ballard touchdown on the goal line. Then the defense sets the tone again. Bradley Jacobs comes on that corner blitz. He gets the sack and the fumble, and then we get a field goal. 10-0 right off the bat, and the defense with two big plays. And Vic got that goal line carry, which was nice to see. Remember, he had some trouble with fumbles in the Colin game, so he bounced back.
He has. Vic's an outstanding football player and a great young player. He's a freshman, that's great because he'll be back next year and is really running the ball strong. And we've improved the jumbo package, worked a lot harder on it over the last couple of weeks from the mishaps earlier in the season, and was able to capitalize and punch it in. The defense gave us great field position early in the game, and we were able to capitalize on that and put some points on the board, so that was good to see.
Yeah, with the interception and the sack and the fumble, we're out 10-0. Then, still in the first quarter, Vic Ballard got the second touchdown, also out of the jumbo. So it's 17-0 right out of the gate first quarter. That's setting the tone, and that's coming in all business.
Yeah. We worked hard. The focus this week was to start fast and to play 4 full quarters, and we were able to jump on them. And then once we jumped on them, earlier in the year and really all season long, we've been able to get ahead of folks, but then finishing has been a problem for us, and we were able to do that last night. So it was good to build the 17-0 lead and to keep building it, and that was what we were shooting for.
And in the second quarter, built on it some more. Sean Broccoli kicks a 43-yard field goal into the wind, and the cold front had come through up there, so it was 20-0. And even when Sean kicks into the wind, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he is. I was asking Sean before the game, about the wind, and he's really a professional kicker. I mean, he does a good job of kicking into the wind, kicking out of the wind, and gauging which way the wind. Before the game, Sean, is there any wind out there? And he says, Coach, but it's negligible, which, and he'll give you exactly how far he can kick it this way, how far he can kick it that way, and he's usually dead on, and that was big. I was proud to see that, all 3 phases. Defense came up with some turnovers, and I don't believe they had but 1 first down in the first half. They played really well offensively. We were able to capitalize when they gave us the football, and Sean hit some big field goals, and our kickoff coverage unit really did a great job. Jonathan DeFlanders, Jimmy Rouster, DeMarie McDonald, a lot of those guys really did a great job of sprinting down. J.P. Phelps had a big tackle. We pinned them inside the 15 twice, and really their best return was when Sean kicked it out of the end zone and they got it on the 20. So all 3 phases really played well in the first half.
And they got a safety with intentional grounding by Jenkins in the end zone, so it was 20-2. Then the explosive plays. Vic goes 43 yards to make it 27-2. Damon, for the 3rd week in a row, returns a punt back. This one's 70 yards, so it was 34-2 at halftime. And you could call off the Dogs after that. But those 2 explosive plays really took any life out of their team, and that was big.
That was. That's something that we've been needing this year, are the explosive plays. Damon has been able to give them to us on with some electrifying punt returns, which he's a dangerous weapon. We were able to, Vic gave us some long runs, took it in. We didn't have to go jumbo there at the end and run 3 or 4 more plays to punch it in, and that's good. Anytime you can score from long distance, your margin of error increases. Right there when you're playing nip and tuck, you can't make a mistake. But when you can score from long distance, that keeps you from having to line up and snap it again, and the possibility of committing a mistake. So that was very good for us to have those explosive plays.
Yeah, in the second half, Hinds got their lone touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Then the 4th quarter, we reestablished the dominance, it seemed like. Jonathan DeFlanders got in, got some work at running back, scored a couple of touchdowns, and the business focus was back on with the guys.
It was. The guys, again, we talked about playing 4 full quarters and staying focused for the whole game, and I was proud to see that they did that.
Yeah, and that was nice to see. So we win the game 47-8 over Hinds, going to 6-2 on the year. And Coach, of course, that sets up the big showdown next week with Jones at home. The 2 games we had with Jones last year were classics. The last game up there, or the next to the last game, where we won the South Division. Then the other game where we won the state title. So, and you know they're coming in strong, thinking about that, and also with a playoff berth on the line. This is what you play for.
It is. This is the reason you do all those early morning workouts back in January and February, and you lift the weights in June, July, and August, and all the hard work that goes into it. This is what you do it for. So it really should be a great game.
Yeah. You feel like the guys, especially after last night's performance, maybe peaking at the right time. We talked about this earlier in the week, maybe that we got the bad karma out of our systems, and now it's going for the home stretch, going for the tape, I guess you could say.
I think so. You know, we've got a young football team. You know, offensively, we've got a lot of young skill players. You know, our quarterback's a freshman, but now he's played in 8 games. We've got some young running backs, young wide receivers that, you know, at the beginning of the year, they were playing in their first and second and whatever college football games. But by now, they've been on the road. We played 5 road games. So they're starting to mature. We're starting to come together at the right time. And, you know, and that's what great football teams do is they play good when they have to. And right now we're in a situation, ever since we dropped a game earlier, we're in a situation where we have to. And we've been making some improvement every week, and looking forward to peaking this week and improving from there.
Thanks a lot, Coach. So take care of East Central, take care of Hinds. We take on Jones next Thursday night. And, of course, as always, you can listen to that game on 91.7 FM WAOY or via streaming audio at www.mgccc.edu. For the entire Bulldog Blitz staff, Gulf Coast head coach Steve Campbell, Rich Kopp behind the camera, Doug Mansfield at Jackson County, Ladd Taylor, logistics officer, and instead of Doc Brown working on our time machine, it would be Doc Lott, I guess, working on our time machine, which we may have to bring back to my 4-year-old son, but we'll work on that another time. Thanks for watching Bulldog Blitz. A great week, and hopefully another great week next week against Jones. For Coach and all the guys, I'm Bill Snyder. Thanks for watching. Have a great night and a great weekend.